Hello again, this is PC Delta Link, back with more of our Enigmatica 2 Let's Play Normal Mode, and this is episode 57. Alright, we're back over here in our quest to destroy the local ecosystem with Flux, and we're gonna get started finishing up some research that we couldn't do last time. Also, we unlocked this bottled taint. I'm guessing when we got one of these Flux items unlocked. But yes, this is now unlocked, it's bottled taint. And this just needs an alchemy theory and observation for alchemy, so let's go ahead and complete that. And that's fairly expensive for that. Vitium is really hard for me to get. There's not many things I have access to right now that give Vitium. Concentrated mixture of flux. So yeah, you can use it to create taint. Just probably a bad thing. What's our sanity checker show? Because that was another purple thing we just researched. Okay, we're almost above the first threshold there. Alright, but enough on that. Let's go on with some of these other things we're trying to research. So yeah, we do have Vitium essence. The way I got Vitium... So let me pull this up real quick, because this is not a common aspect. Is I used Netherwort, because you get 2 each. And the way I got Netherwort was... I actually only had 1 Netherwort at the base. I used alchemy from Britannia to transform blaze rods into Netherwort. So that's how I got the file of Vitium, essentially. You know, melted in the alembics, and there we go. So, alright. Let's go ahead and do flux cleanup. Mention way of pure flux in the RN to flux essentia. Hardly benign, much easier to handle than raw flux. Not simple, cheap, or fast. When supplied with lots of essentia, can draw flux from the ore and force it to become essentia itself. Type of essentia does not matter as long as I do not use flux essentia. That would be bad. Essentia can be piped into the sides of the condenser, and the resulting flux essentia can be drained from the bottom. Condenser is not all that is needed. I also need a special lattice that will actually draw the flux from the aura. Multi-block structure. Lattice cannot be attached, however, any old way. Must be attached to the top of the condenser, and all the lattice pieces must be above the condenser. Interesting, so you have to, like, get filters for this. Okay. Huh. Okay. But again, we're trying not to do that. So let's go ahead and get our closing flux rifts research done here. Study the chaotic energy. Main interest and risks themselves are inherently unstable. In theory, they will close naturally should they become unstable enough. Worked out a way to trigger the collapse without the rift needing to be fully unstable. In short, I plan on blowing them up. Causality collapser. Very high. Holy cow, the Vitium needed for that. Oh my gosh. And alienness is not super common either. Honestly, the best source I have for that is nether stars. But, jeez, that's high cost. And very high instability on that. Alright, let me glance through my other trees real quick. I don't think we have any other new things at the moment to check. Does not look like it. Okay. So you know what that means. Time to keep flooding the local aura with more flux, because that seems like a great idea. That can't possibly go wrong in any way, shape, or form. Right? Right. Actually, the flux here has gone down. That's unacceptable. We don't want that. Much better. Keep going. We want our little flux rift to grow big and strong. And actually, you can get multiple of these. If enough flux builds up, these will spawn in other nearby chunks as well. So, I haven't seen any yet, but that doesn't mean they aren't there. So I think they can even spawn underground. And my vision on seeing them is not as good as I thought it was. So, and you can sort of see it through the dirt block right there, but it's still a little unclear. So, further away with more blocks distorting my vision between them, it would be even harder to see. So, yeah, there could be more, and I just am missing it because they are through blocks. They're a little obscured. Like, from here, you can't hardly see it at all. Alright, I need my, more cobblestone. So we keep trying to destroy everything. There we go. Wow, some of the V's actually regenerate here. I don't like that. We didn't want the V's to regenerate here. But this should still keep growing anyway. I got another message from Warp. You saw it said something is behind me, which is impossible because we're in midair, but that's beside the point. Let's keep going. We want to keep breaking the local aura. Honestly, I half wonder if I should, move the cauldron, or the crucible, under the, in the same chunk as the, flux rift. That may not help, but it's just a thought. And yeah, this is full. It is starting to leach out to the other nearby chunks, so it is going to start affecting the rest of them pretty highly the longer it goes on. I'm going to take a quick flyby and see if I do see a obvious flux rift in the area. But I don't think so. I think we only have just the one right now. As far as I know, they don't spawn too far away from like the actual concentration of this stuff that we have going on here. Yeah, I'm not saying. Is there an island there? Yeah, there is. I wonder why it was so dark right there. Okay. I have flux phage 2. I don't know how I got that. Maybe from touching the rift up there? Or no, it's affecting the cow too. So it must just be in the chunk here. I don't know what flux phage does. I really wish these had like a tooltip where if you moused over these different things, it would tell you exactly what they do. Like, strength is obvious and toughness is decently obvious, and so is resistance, but it would still be nice to be like, to see a solid number increases attack by 3, you know, or increases defense, or whatever. It's really kind of annoying that I have these debuffs, but it doesn't tell me what they do. About a third of the way through this cache on melting items down to poison the area. Holy cow, there is... Oh, I thought that was Terra, but no, Perdido was in there too, of course. Alright, we're getting toward nightfall again. I do not have this area torched, so I'm probably going to run back to base to sleep out the night. I need to grab like a sleeping bag or something. Maybe I'll see if I can make one real quick. This is probably, yeah, it's going to say everything's got to reload over here because all these chunks were unloaded when I was gone. Come on, game. There we go. Let me see if I can find, like, a sleeping bag. Blue carpet. Has to be red wool? That's kind of odd. Well, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I have some wool, so let me... Well, if I can spell correctly, I have some wool. Alright, rose red works, it showed. So let me see if I got some... Yeah, here we go. Poppy. So I should just be able to do this. Yep, get the rose red, and then this goes here, and there's red wool. And then a piece of leather. Which I should have in here. Yep, we got plenty. Okay. There we go, sleeping mat. Okay. But since we're here, we'll go ahead and sleep on the bed. Alright, and let's warp back over to the flux area. How we doing here? Still nothing really bad has happened yet. I mean, yeah, we have the flux rift, and that's kind of bad, but nothing besides that. There's part of that is... Maybe I should move the crucible over there. It wouldn't really be that hard to do it. Where's our chunk boundaries here? There we go. I'm not sure which chunk it's technically in, if it's this one, or... yeah, I don't know. It's probably... Okay, I probably won't bother switching it then, since we don't actually know for certain. Alright, turn that off. We're just constantly debuffed now. I'm not sure what to do at this point, except just keep pumping the aura full of flux here. And wait for very bad things to happen. What is that? Is that... Oh, it's another island. Okay. I'm also not seeing a second rift appear anywhere yet. Oh, it's still rising. I was like, what is going on? Alright, what I might do... I might pause for a minute until something more interesting happens, because really nothing's happening at the moment, so... Yeah, I'll be back when something more interesting occurs. Okay, well, something interesting is going on, so I went back to the base to check this, and... Oh, what's up with the sun? Hey, I need paper and scribing tools. What is going on here? Is that an eclipse going on? Give me my scribing tools, give me paper. What in the world? Yeah, because I kind of rushed over here because the, back at our flux area, it looks like it was nightfall. Oh, and now it's not. Even though I knew it wasn't, yeah, we just had an eclipse. I didn't even know this game had eclipses. That was weird. Now, I'm not sure if that was from Thaumcraft or not. I'm assuming it was, but I honestly don't know. How's our rift doing? Oh! Jeez, little purple things. Yes, keep going. More. We need more stuff to go wrong. More stuff to be unstable here. Alright, I'll be back again in a little bit once something else happens. Okay, we had what looks to be a giant Tate seed spawn. It's actually poisoning the area. I'm not sure why it's taking damage, though, and I kind of don't want it to take damage. Where'd our rift go? Oh, our rift closed. That's strange. Yeah. I don't understand why it's taking damage. And we're taking damage too, but that's different. So we did get Taint Seed research. What's this? So if I'm understanding it correctly, because there's no tainted ground it's on, it's taking damage, if I'm understanding this correctly. Well, that's kind of unfortunate that we got this thing to spawn, and now it's going to be dead in a second. Because I would have liked this to stay alive. Huh. Didn't really give us a whole lot of better research on that either. Well, maybe it'll drop something when it dies. It's almost dead. It's got some Vitium Vs crystals, but really nothing else. Well, that's unfortunate. Where'd I get a queen bee from? Odd. Okay, I mean, I'd like to create some of these other things, like the taint bottle and all that, because I might have been able to taint the ground there to keep it alive. But getting a hold of Vitium is so hard. We don't really have netherwort. I have an idea. I'll be back in a few. Yep, my idea works. I have the farmer growing netherwort so I can get Vitium. So we switched out our sugarcane farm, completely destroyed it, and just repurposed it, took out the soil, put in soul sand so that the netherwort can grow. Because our paper drawer is actually full. We have 416 stacks of paper. So, and then we have another 33 stacks of sugarcane in here. So yeah, I think it's definitely safe to say at this point I do not need to have sugarcane growing anymore. Certainly not right now anyway. And yeah, this thing's just going to replant this stuff, and it will slowly create more netherwort for us. So we're going to make sure this is still, that's still extract. But of course, first things first, it's going to get all of this planted before we end up actually getting added to our stockpile over here, which is going to be a drawer right over here. So, alright, the whole farm is planted. The sprinklers are doing a marvelous job speeding up the growth cycles on this. Yes, very nice. This does not take long at all. These farmers are absolutely amazing at what they do. So, alright, I'm going to let this build for a bit, so I'll be back in a little bit again. Sorry we keep jumping back and forth so much on this, but just a lot of standing around and waiting for some of this, and you all don't want to see that, I'm sure. So, alright, see you all in a little bit. Okay, I am back, and we are going to make some bottled taint, and we are going to make a, what is it, Causality collapser? Is that what it's called? Yeah, it is Causality collapser. Yep, we're going to make one of those too. So, alright, let's start with the bottled taint. So this requires 30 Vitium, 30 Aqua, and a file of Vitium essentia. And our netherwort farm is doing well. I went ahead and grabbed some netherwort from and got some netherwort blocks, so those are made of 9 each, because these are worth 13 Vitium, along with some alchemia and herba, but Vitium's what we're after there. So these are pretty good to burn in our alembics here. So yeah, looks like we got all that already. Let me go ahead and max out our herba jar again. So we do have enough Vitium stored up here. We have 75. We only need 50. We have 70 alienus here. We only need 50 of that. We have an extra, actually an extra alchemia jar, just because of how much of that stuff we created right now. So we're probably going to go ahead and just throw this in here, because I really don't need that. So, alright, let's start with the bottled taint. So we're going to come over here. We got our 4 bottles of this, and then we're going to use bread to get the aqua, because it's 11 each. So I need those 3. So, alright, let's go ahead and throw these in. There we go, got bottled taint. And we'll go ahead and use our crystal to get 1 aqua crystal for that. Put this here so it's not near our hotbar. I don't want that anywhere near our hotbar. Alright, the netherwort, I'll go ahead and throw up here, but I really don't need to have it right now. Sorry, let's get this Causality collapser. And this requires 8 pedestals, which we already have. Oh, I need a block of TNT. I don't have that. Ah. Alright, hang on. I think that's gunpowder and sand, if I remember right. Yeah, it is. There we go. Okay, we got TNT. Okay. So we have our elementum right there. We have our night ore. We have our block of redstone. So, alright, let's get this stuff in here. And what am I missing? Okay, it's gonna... What am I missing there? Ah, Vis Resonator. It's like I know there's 8 items. And 1 Vis Resonator. Okay. So let's see, we're gonna try to put the resonator and the morphic resonator. We're gonna put that there on opposite corners, like that. Elementum we'll put across from each other. The nitor we will put across from each other. And then the redstone we will put diagonally across from each other. Because again, symmetry matters on these things. So alright, let's go ahead and get our TNT in the middle right here. Okay, that should be everything. So let's grab our caster's gauntlet and start it. Alright, we're taking the alienus. It says stable, not very stable, so we will keep an eye on these as usual. Okay, we seem to be in good shape. And there we go. Said something is following me. Yeah, bad things can spawn due to warp levels eventually. I'm going to put this in our inventory well away from our hotbar. Alright, so let's see if we can get another flux rift going and see if we can collapse it. And that'll be a good way to end the episode. So I'll be back in just a few minutes again. Okay, we did manage to spawn a new flux rift over here by filling this area up with more flux again. So we'll see if we can get any events to happen on this, and we will see you all shortly again. Okay, we've been sitting here feeding this thing for a little while, and we have some of the worst effects coming up, like these little purple particles and whatnot, and our rift is decent size. So I think we're going to try to close it and see what happens. So I don't know how to use this thing. Oh, whoa. Holy cow, that rift is huge. And we just got a quest. Okay, but what did that do for us? We have void seeds, but what do you do with void seeds? Good night, that rift is gigantic. It covered that far down there too? Holy cow. So yeah, we closed one rift and got a bigger one in exchange. Alright, what do these void seeds do? Oh, you can use it to make crimson rites. Spawn lesser crimson portal? What? Why does that seem like a bad thing to do? But I could use that. I did get 8. I have enough. I could do both of those, but I already got crimson rites once. Let me see if our quest book has anything, since that kind of triggered right there. Craft. Good night. We got a lot of stuff done there. Okay. Void seeds. See Thaumonomicon for details. Except it doesn't tell me anything in the Thaumonomicon for this. It should, and it's not. So that really does not help me a whole lot. Wow. 43 million cobblestone right there. Holy cow. Okay. Oh, hang on. Can I scan them? Well, I scanned it, and not much seemed to happen. Let me check my Thaumonomicon again. No. Well, that's somewhat annoying. Because as far as I understand it, I think this was supposed to trigger a new tab in our book, but I'm not seeing that. We have a ton of quests done in here. Very strange. Alright, I'm not sure what to do next. That is the biggest rift I've ever seen. I almost want to close that one too. After I get it really big. See what happens. But alright, that's going to be where we're going to end for today. I don't know what we do with these void seeds or what they trigger per se, but yeah, we'll have to look at that next time. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time.